Hey there guys, it's Inhuman and I'm here with a review on the Desert Eagle scope. The Desert Eagle scope is a ZP version of the Desert Eagle, which is a GP weapon and currently has the camo and the scope versions. The Desert Eagle scope is basically a Desert Eagle with a few changes. For one, it has a attached scope, which if any of you have seen the M4A1 custom, it is basically that scope, the red dot, you know. And another change is that it's black. Other than that, there really aren't many different changes to it. The damage of the Desert Eagle is really good. It's usually a 2 to 3 hit kill close range, but any further than that, it's pretty bad because it's not made for long range weapons. The accuracy on it is almost pinpoint, close to medium range, but further than that, like I said, with the power, it can get a little sketchy, so I don't recommend using it that long of range. The portability on it is really good. It's a sidearm, so obviously you move quick with it, but it takes up a little more of your screen because of the scope, but it's really not that big of a deal because it's still pretty good. The fire rate on it is decent for a sidearm, considering the Glock and the M9 are much quicker, but for as far as powerful sidearms go, the Deagle is definitely quicker than the Anaconda or other versions of it. So the fire rate's pretty quick actually. The looks of it are pretty sick because it's got that black look to it, and the scope on it makes it look really cool. But the only thing I don't like about the scope is, to me, it looks like the scope has a yellow tint to it, where I'm used to the M4 custom scope where it doesn't have that yellow tint. So that kind of bugs me a little, but other than that, it's exactly the same scope. It's a crate weapon at the moment, and I do recommend trying to get it because it is actually pretty cool, and I do like using it because when I use a sidearm, I really don't use pistol only matches like I am in this video. I'll usually, if I run out of ammo with my main, I'll bust out my sidearm and finish them up. But if you have this gun, you could pretty much legitly do pistol only matches or whatever, because it's a very good weapon for that. Other than that, there's really not much to say because it's really only a Deagle with a scope. That's why they call it the Deagle scope. Oh, and I forgot to mention that there's a gold Deagle, so I forgot to mention that in the camo when I was saying the versions of it. So there's a gold Deagle that's like 80 coupons, I think. So I'll just let you guys watch the rest of the video, and if I think of comments to add while I'm watching it, I'll put them out there. Oh yeah. Reload speed is decent, I guess. It's not as fast as some of the other sidearms, but considering you have, I think it's about 8 or 9 bullets, and then the power of them is probably 40-ish per bullet. That's actually really good. And another thing with the scope is, if you can aim or one-shot with it, it's really good because that red dot helps you to get those medium to long range, or medium to medium long range headshots, one-shots. Like, I played a match where I was just one-shotting only, like I wouldn't spray with it, so to speak. I would just try to get a headshot with scope or without scope, and I did pretty good. So the scope definitely helps when it comes to shooting down your sights, but if they're super close range, I don't recommend going in scope. But the scope doesn't really decrease fire rate. Like if you've seen the TAR or a G36, so when you go in scope, it decreases the fire rate quite a bit. But since this is a sidearm, it doesn't do that, which is a big plus side. So overall, I give this gun an 8 out of 10 just because the scope looks sick, it has good power, and you know, everyone loves a good Deagle. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll probably have a Chris review out in a few days, so look for that. See you guys.